Thank you for watching the Uplift Movement channel. I am joined here today with Lawrence Viscontini, my friend and mentor, and we're in beautiful Puerto Rico, having just completed a week of fit camp. And I come not only to get inspired and educated by Lawrence, but also to eat his awesome, healthy food.
Thank you.
I asked him to share one of his favorite recipes with us today. And can you tell us what we're gonna make?
One of my favorite things is not food, but actually desserts. I love to remember that you spell desserts with 2 S's because you're usually going to have 2 helpings. And everything in my cookbook is really simple. Everything is 1 pot meal or 1 casserole for the oven. For desserts, 1 blender. It's very simple. Now it's a dessert, but you can always drink it as a smoothie immediately or save it and put some protein powder and take it to the gym as well. I love that it's very versatile and it's just a few ingredients. Let's make it together.
Let's see it.
Okay, we'll start with coconut milk. This is about 400 mils of coconut milk. I have fresh coconuts and my gardener actually gets it for me, but you can get a can or 2 of coconut milk. It's about 2 cups. And I like to put it in the refrigerator if it's coconut milk, or if you're having canned coconut milk, put that in the refrigerator as well before, keep it cold. Then I'm going to take about 20 clean mint leaves. You can use spearmint, you can use peppermint, you can use fresh mint from the garden. Wash them, take off the stems, and then take those mint leaves right into the blender. And then about 1 tablespoon of a combination of poppy seeds and black sesame seeds, which you can also get from Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, local grocery store. I love those. They add a little crunch and they combine and really complement the fruit. Kiwi seeds inside actually have something like poppy seeds. They seem like that in your teeth, right? So I take 4 large kiwis, which I wash and cut off the ends to, but I leave the skins on because, as you know, one of our favorite F words is fiber. So
yes.
Wherever we can get more fiber, we are going to keep the skins on, and once you turn it into the blending, you'll notice that it's negligible, the taste. Then I take a couple pumps of agave. 1 pump on this is equivalent to 1 tablespoon. You can use honey, you can use simple sugar, you don't have to use any sugar at all. But I'll do about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tablespoon of fresh, organic, dark amber agave. Cover that. You can also add ice cubes if you plan to drink it immediately. I wouldn't dilute it with ice cubes if you're going to use the mix for the freezer to make it as a gelato. Now we listen to the lovely sound.
Oh, it's not too loud. What kind of blender is this?
This is a Breville. A lot of my products, like my tea maker, is Breville as well, which brews the right tea at the right temperature. So if you look at it, you can't tell what's a poppy seed, what's a sesame seed, what's a kiwi seed. We let that blend for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then we pop carefully. I love the lid. I actually save that stuff. And get glasses with straws. Oh, here are some glasses with straws. And serve it right here. Once again, you can always dilute it by making more coconut milk and freeze it. It makes a wonderful sorbet.
Oh, that's so good.
I learned this in Hong Kong, actually. And the very Italian part of me is no real authentic meal or dessert should have more than 5 or 6 ingredients. This is pretty true to that. And the Asians love their coconut, and it's very healthy.
And I love the mint also. It's got a really refreshing type of taste to it.
Thank you.
So how can people learn more about your recipes and get this recipe specifically?
Coincidentally, you have a copy of my book right here, Meals and Musings, available if you want to find Lawrence at findlawrence.com. Click on shop, and either a hard copy I'll send to you and autograph for you, or a downloadable PDF version. All the money goes to feed hungry and homeless people between New Jersey and New York on the East Coast of the United States. And it's the Cathay Pacific Kiwi Coconut Mint Gelato Sorbet dessert right in there.
And what I love about this cookbook, and it's so different from other cookbooks, is because Lawrence actually shares personal stories. So like he just kind of gave us a story about this drink. He does that with every meal in his book, which I think is very special, because food can have a message behind it, a story behind it. That's what makes food meaningful to us also.
I believe food is very emotionally connected. Sometimes we eat because we're physically hungry, but sometimes because we're spiritually or sexually or energetically hungry. So sometimes we overeat and sometimes we undereat, and it's not always about what we're eating, but sometimes about what's eating at us.
Correct. Thank you so much for joining us. uplift, be fit, and dance through life. Cheers. Because I love his food. He cooks so healthy.
Thank you.
And I asked him to show us some of his secrets.
God.